I think if the government could manage to get one plane load of failed asylum seekers, or they're not failed asylum seekers, the migrants who've come across illegally, on a plane to Kigali, that would be sending out a signal that the government means it. If we have to wait for some long legal action, and
doesn't the government win there as well? They just say, look, lawfare, all the usual suspects, blocking the will of the elected representatives of the people.
Well, you would hope that that's the kind of thing that would happen, but I'm afraid almost these days you suddenly worry sometimes about the courts themselves and whether they have, and when we saw it with the establishment of the Archbishop of Canterbury coming out and then other people coming out. I mean, I'm in the House of Lords.
I'll draw a distinction between Archbishop Welby and the courts. I mean, I think that's an important distinction.
Absolutely. I wouldn't dream of putting the two in the same. But even in the House of Lords, getting any kind of legislation through in this will be almost impossible because they just won't. But I do genuinely think that what has really annoyed me is the way people... Now, I haven't been to Rwanda, but I've been to a lot of other African countries and I've spent a lot of time working on Zimbabwe and other countries. And somehow the way that our whole media and our kind of leading lights in politics, treated Rwanda as if it was really in the Dark Ages. Now, I know they had a terrible, terrible atrocities that went on, but Rwanda has changed, and somehow this idea that it was almost like inverse racism, wasn't it, about us sending it into... So I just hope the government... You're right in a way that it could be just a sort of idea to get people to think, oh well, something is happening. But no one else has come up with anything.
No, and that's the key thing, isn't it? And you're absolutely right. It did explode this idea that actually it's about safe havens or not. If you are sending people to Rwanda, a country which I wouldn't particularly want to go and live in, but I don't know, I haven't been there, but it's demonstrably safe, the government must be sure of that, then it's not just about the safety of asylum seekers, it's about them wanting a better life, economic reasons, whatever it is.
Yes, and
surely.
I gather that there have been from other countries people who have gone to Rwanda who have settled and have been, because there was a shortage of people in certain jobs and need for people to create new lives. And so this could be, it's very important, I think, that if someone has come in who has genuine family, close family living already in the United Kingdom, that they should be treated differently. But I just think this message has to be sent across that if you're coming in illegally, you're not going to be treated in the same way as someone coming illegally.